think so. Gotta button up. You gotta be decent. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I don't remember the jingle. Oh boy, what a beer! Hello, welcome back to Ben's Backyard. It's been a while. Here I am in Baltimore, my own backyard, for the first time in the history of the 3 episodes of Ben's Backyard. And it's not necessarily my backyard. My backyard's like right over there, like a block away. This is the roof of a friend of mine and Derek's. That's Derek. Say hello, Derek.
Hello, Derek.
Okay. Today we're going to talk about something that Baltimore is known for in everyone's backyard: rats. Cue applause. So yeah, there's a lot of rats in Baltimore. Last year it was number 8 on the list of cities in the country, not the world. Because there are some places that worship rats, and probably those cities have more rats, don't you think? From the National Geographic videos, it looks like there are lots of rats there, and I don't see that many on the streets here. So let's talk about rats. They're right down there in the alley. We're on a roof, if that wasn't already clear. I love rats. I had a pet rat in college. Those kind of rats are a different species than the rats you see on the street. The rats you see on the street are called Norwegian rats, or brown rats, or sewer rats, or whatever you want to call them. Like little motherfuckers, slimy bastards, rat bastards. So there's tons of species of rats. There's like 50-something odd species of rats in the world. But mainly there's 2. There's the rats that probably all of you know, the brown rat, and then there's the black rat, which people also call the roof rat. They're more rare, but also very common. They live in like tropical areas. Sorry. Rare, but also common. They climb. They're climbers. Derek's from Florida, and he told me once he saw rats in palm trees. Those are not Norwegian rats. Those are roof rats. I think they might have 2 more nipples, but...
Nipples?
Yeah, 2 more nipples. Hey, but guess what? Rats have belly buttons. Isn't that cute? Do you ever think... Because I had a pet rat and it had a little... They have belly buttons. Anyway, there are basically 2 kinds of rats, but mostly 1 in America. And they all came here on ships. None of them are native to here. They're all from probably Asia. Anyway, they caused a lot of, the Black Plague and stuff. They carry diseases. That's one of the things that they do. They do a lot of things. They're kind of cool animals. Anyway, they came to America on ships. And so, like in the early 1700s, they started making their way onto this continent. Rats went to live in America. And now they're here, living among us, our neighbors, our friends. I'm going to take a drink. So there's those 2 species of rats, but then there's the kind of rat that I love the most, which is the fancy rat. Fancy rat. Because we bred them to be fancy like us. Anyway, they're very close to all the other rats, except less susceptible to the diseases that the street rats are. So like bubonic plague and all that nasty shit, they don't get that. But they are more susceptible... They're more susceptible to other things like cancer, which is why we research on them. One of the reasons why. And that's probably what will kill your pet rat, is cancer. Sorry. That's what killed mine. Anyway, they have lots of babies and they're good at that. Within 300 generations of rats, they can create inbred rats who are more genetically similar to each other than clones. Kind of weird, right? They're inbreeding rats. There's a dragonfly that just flew by Derek, and he's wearing a dragonfly t-shirt. We're still talking about fancy rats, right? Why do we have fancy rats? Good question, Ben. So, Queen Victoria, back in the day, had a rat catcher. It was back in the time... Well, I don't know his name. But he's the one who first started, marketing rats that he caught and breeding them as pets. Which is a bold move, because back then, you could catch the Black Plague like that, and... But you guys care about backyard rats. This is Ben's Backyard, where we talk about the animals that live in our backyards that we might not know that much about, but we see every day. So that's why rats are the perfect subject for Ben's Backyard. Rats, rats, rats. Baltimore's full of rats, and they're big. So I read a statistic that in America, there's 1 rat for every person. So you see a rat, That's your brother. It's true.
No.
But that's a lot of rats. Think about it.
Are you thinking?
What else is cool about rats? So now we're going to mostly talk about Norwegian rats. They're the most common type of rat. They're everywhere. Frickin' everywhere. On every continent, actually. It's true. Look it up.
It's not in Antarctica.
It is in Antarctica. On every continent, there's a rat. So here's the thing about rats that I'm gonna talk about, but I'm not sure is true. Has anyone ever heard of a rat king?
Yes, I saw it in Hey Arnold.
Derek saw it in Hey Arnold. Wait, Rat King was in Hey Arnold?
He was a sewer king.
The Sewer King, or the Rat King from Hey Arnold. Either way, there's a real Rat King that I'm not sure is a real thing, where rats spend so much time so close together. There's so many of them because they keep breeding like rabbits that their tails start to fuse together, so they become this like giant web, and they act as a single organism. They're just like this rat creature monster thing.
I've never heard.
It's true. There's such thing as a Rat King. There's a Wikipedia page for it, at least. So we've talked about rat kings, Norwegian rat, brown rats, fancy rats, roof rats.
It's the same thing.
No. Well, there's like kangaroo rats. Wait, they're pouches, but they're not marsupials?
No, it's a rat. It jumps like a kangaroo.
I've seen that there are rats that have pouches. Look it up, Mother Goose. Boop, 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 boop. All right, what are we talking about now?
Rats.
Hey, what kind of facts? That their teeth never stop growing? I know that fact. They keep growing, and if they don't gnaw their teeth, they're going to grow into their brains and kill them. Kill them!
By the way, his name was Jack Black.
Jack Black?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the rat hunter from Queen Victoria, Jack Black. Isn't that funny? He's reincarnated now as a douchebag. But I mean it. I'm running out of rat facts. When I have to go to the bathroom, where do I go? Derek points that way. All right, viewers. What famous rats do you know? There's Ratatouille. There's Mr. Ratburn.
What about Splinter?
Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a nice view of Baltimore, right?